Global changes, games come to reality, and the era of nationwide job transfers begins. At the beginning of the game, Lin Yi awakens the SSS level talent, Clever Hands Empty, which can steal everything. Level 1 Lin Yi looked at the stunning angel in front of him, and decisively activated his talent to steal the deity. From then on, he embarked on a path of no return. Equipment, skills, talents, levels, authority, health steal everything. Abyssal Sovereign. Where is my blood bar? How long is my spicy blood bar gone? A certain protagonist said, where is my TM's SSS level talent? Angel Queen. My heart seems to have been stolen too. Felu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Bold Ideas for Angels. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 2188 AD. Jiangqing City, 3rd University, Class 9 of Senior High School. Back by the window, Wang's hometown. As a traveler, Su Liang sat in the back row. Look ahead. Where is a beautiful teacher with graceful curves and long black legs standing? Next to it is a pure and lovely school flower. However Su Liang's gaze. But he never moved away from the crystal ball emitting a dazzling star light on the adjacent podium. As a traveler, Su Liang has traveled to this world for 2.5 years. I have a basic understanding of this world. 100 years ago. The development trajectory of Blue Star and Su Liang's original planet is basically similar. Until a holographic game called Origin integrates reality. The world expands hundreds of times. Tasks, dungeons, equipment, props, potions, and more have emerged one after another. Fierce beasts and bosses also invaded Blue Star. Blue Star enters the era of nationwide digitization. And this crystal ball is also a product of Origins. Origin Crystal Ball. It can enable 18-year-old, high school seniors to access data-driven panels. Log into the Temple of Origin. Activate talent and proceed with job transfer. On the 28th, Su Liang. The beautiful teacher Jiang Shui finally called out Su Liang's name. Su Liang took a deep breath. Get up immediately. Step forward. Don't be nervous, put your hands up. The beautiful teacher with long black legs, Jiang Shui, showed a beautiful smile and said softly. Su Liang nodded. Place your hand on the data crystal ball. Suddenly. The crystal ball burst out with a dazzling light. You have met the conditions and successfully digitized. Do you want to enter the Origin Temple immediately? Yes, no, a voice without emotional color rings. A virtual light curtain that only Su Liang could see emerged. Yes. Without hesitation, Su Liang clicked. The Temple of Origin is the place to acquire talents and professions. Next second. Shwa. The light fell and Su Liang's eyes darkened. The sky and earth are spinning around. Su Liang appeared in a magnificent and ancient temple. Welcome creatures from the Blue Star to the Temple of Origin. Random talent. Ding. Congratulations on obtaining the SSS level talent. Clever Hands Empty. A series of prompts appear. Lying Trough. SSS level talent. Su Liang was momentarily taken aback, and then a wave of ecstasy surged in his heart. Talent is divided into 9 levels, from low to high, which are F, E, D, A, S, SS, SSS. SSS level is the highest level talent. Is this the golden finger of the traveler? Su Liang quickly checked. Clever Hands Empty, SSS level, Effect 1. Activate talent, ignore target level, silently steal target, randomly select one item. Cooling. 24 hours. Effect 2. The attack has a chance to trigger the hand-in-hand effect, obtaining a random item on the target's body. The triggering probability depends on the opponent's level and rank. Comment. Clever hands are empty, nothing is stolen. Do not steal anything. Su Liang's heart skipped a beat. That is to say, not just coins, equipment, treasures, props. As long as luck is good enough, the deity's profession and character can be stolen by themselves. Even cannot be changed. Any innate talent from birth is fine. Invincible. Too invincible. Even. Su Liang believes that. The other talent is SSS level because it is only SSS level. As an SSS level talent, Miao Shou Kong Kong is because the highest level is only SSS level. The gap between the two, it can be said that there is a huge difference. At this moment. Adventurer, choose your profession. A cold voice suddenly appeared. Next up. Endless golden light suddenly lit up inside the temple. Brilliant. Brilliant. Holy. As the light dissipated, a stunning figure slowly descended. Bright eyes and white teeth, delicate and perfect face, without any flaws. Wearing a gilded long skirt, highlighting a tall and spicy curve, paired with 6 snow-white and holy angel wings behind. Sacred and majestic, inviolable. It looks full of noble and gorgeous beauty. Name. Guiding Angel. Shalia, Clone, Grade. Myth Level. Occupation. Property. Skill. Introduction. The Divine Guiding Angel, Sharia, is a clone with special authority granted by the highest heavenly path of the world of origin. Next second. Guide the clone Jade Hand of Angel Shalia to wave. 3 career options emerged in front of Su Liang. These 3 professions are all guiding angels to choose the most suitable profession for players. There is an extremely low probability. Hidden professions appear. A profession that focuses on close combat, can be a fierce fighter or a steel-like divine being, knight, normal. Has super strong resistance to damage and powerful hatred control skills. Berserker, epic. A savage and raging warrior, a complete madman who can sacrifice everything for victory. Phantom assassin, epic. A ghostly and dazzling assassin like a phantom. Look at the 3 options in front of you. Su Liang is very satisfied. There are no life class or enhancement class, all are combat classes. In this world where monsters run rampant, there is no doubt that combat is the most popular. And there are also 2 extremely precious epic level hidden professions. Hidden professions are divided into ordinary, rare, epic, legendary, and mythological. There are a total of 5 grade levels. The epic level is not low anymore. Looking at the entire Jiangqing city, epic hidden professions can be counted with just one hand. Soon. Su Liang chose the Phantom Assassin. Although he enjoys the violence of Berserker. Riding recklessly all the way. But undoubtedly, the high attack speed of the Phantom Assassin is more suitable for the talent of skilled hands and empty hands. Think of this. Su Liang's gaze suddenly froze on the stunning guiding angel clone in front of him. At this moment, in his heart, a very bold idea emerged: Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 2. The God of Theft. Mythical Profession. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Guiding the Angel Clone. Can also be considered a goal. Can it be stolen? Su Liang couldn't help but think in his heart. On the surface, it remains expressionless. While reaching out to click on career choices, secretly unleashing her talent towards the guiding angel Shalia. At this moment, Su Liang's heart was so nervous that it almost jumped out. After all, The target he wants to steal is a deity. Ding. Congratulations to the player for successfully choosing the profession. Phantom Assassin. At the same time as choosing a career. Another prompt sounded. Ding. Congratulations on the successful launch of the player's talent. Clever hands. Empty, stealing and obtaining. Professional empowerment. Part. Lying trough. Success. Su Liang's eyes widened with excitement. However, when Su Liang saw the guiding angel Shalia's clone, she looked bewildered. My heart suddenly panicked. After all, clever hands and empty hands belong to stealing all things, not copying. Although the description is silent. But once discovered, he's just barbecue. The guiding angel is the messenger of the will of the heavenly way, responsible for granting positions. Possess terrifying mythological strength. That's scary. This is just one of her countless clones. To crush Su Liang now is like crushing an ant. Ding. Players, please choose the difficulty level of the beginner dungeon assassin trial. Normal, difficult, nightmare. Prompt flashing, 3 options appear. Nightmare. Without much thought, Su Liang directly clicked on the highest difficulty. Next up. In a daze before his eyes, his figure disappeared into the ancient temple. Assassin beginner trial dungeon. After confirming that there are no monsters around, Su Liang couldn't wait to check the stolen gains just now. Guiding angels as mythological terrifying beings, their things will never be worse. However, when you see the moment of this theft, Su Liang was still shocked. Occupation empowerment, part. The gift of the will of the world, giving you the authority to bestow and replace the target profession. It's really impressive to have nothing in hand. Divine authority can be stolen. And this is not an ordinary divine authority. It is the special authority granted by the will of the world to guide angels. Only one. After being shocked, Su Liang quickly took a look and found that he could assign professions and quantities. After being shocked, Su Liang quickly took a look and found that he could assign professions and quantities. Regular professions. 8.88 million. Rare professions. 77, epic professions. 21, legendary professions. 7, great demon master, elemental archer, divine pet summoner, divine food cooking master. Finally, there is actually one of the most powerful mythological professions. God Killer, unique, grade. Myth, introduction. This is a profession that even the original gods and demons tremble with fear. It is the most powerful assassin and has the most terrifying single explosive output in the world. Original gods and demons. That was born with the origin world, the most powerful deity and demon in the world. Su Liang decisively gave himself the profession of Godslayer. Replaced the Phantom Assassin. Compared to mythological professions, epic professions are not worth mentioning. Ding. Your job has been successfully changed to Godslayer. Career replacement completed. Ding. You have learned the skill, Godslaying power. Ding. You have learned the skill, Shanin. Ding. You have learned the skill, Unmatched. Ding. You have learned the skill, Instant Stab. The prompt sounds. Su Liang couldn't wait to check his skills. Godslaying power, passive specialization. Godslayers have the power to easily annihilate gods, with a total attribute of x 1000%. Shanin. Immediately enter invisibility mode, ignoring any probing, lasting for 3 minutes. Within 3 seconds of breaking the hidden layer, the attack speed increases by 100%, and the next attack deals an additional 1000% damage. Consumes 20 MP cooldown for 30 seconds. Wushuang. Enter Wushuang mode, move speed plus 200%, attack speed plus 100%, attack speed plus 100%, critical hit rate plus 100%, immune control effect. Lasts for 60 seconds. Consume 100 MP cooldown for 5 minutes. Instant stab. Instantly strike a target within 50 meters and deal 1000% attack damage. Killing will refresh the skill. Consumption. 10 MP, cooling. 4 seconds. Hiss. When Su Liang saw the passive specialization, he instantly widened his eyes and couldn't help but take a cold breath. 10 times the attribute. Each profession will have 1 or 2 specialized passive skills. For example, the expertise of a regular assassin profession. Dagger mastery. When using dagger weapons, attack plus 10%, attack speed plus 10%, and movement speed plus 10%. Leather armor mastery. When wearing leather armor equipment, defense plus 10%, health plus 10%, and movement speed plus 10%. Compared to these two specialties, the divine killing power does not require any equipment to be worn, and its bonus reaches an exaggerated 10 times full attribute. Abnormal. What a pervert. In addition, the other 3 skills. It is also a bug-like existence. Shanin ignores any probing and lasts longer than cooldown. As long as the mana value is sufficient. Su Liang can be infinitely invisible. Unmatched can bring explosive bursts to the extreme in a short period of time. Instant assassination refreshes the skill, compensating for the assassin's lack of group attack skills and the trouble of clearing small monsters. Undoubtedly a mythological profession. Close the skill bar. Su Liang opened his property panel with anticipation. I don't know what level can one's attributes reach after a 10-fold attribute bonus. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 3. Attribute Burst. Assassin Trial. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Name. Su Liang, Level. LV1, Occupation. Apprentice Godslayer Power. 210 Physical Fitness. 150, Agile. 170 Spirit. 150, Talent. Clever Hands Empty-Handed, Skills. Divine Killing Power, Divine Hidden, Unmatched, and Instant Body Sting. Looking at the terrifying attribute panel, Su Liang felt very happy. More than he expected. The basic 4-dimensional attributes of a normal adult are 5 points. And after 2.5 years of exercise, his physical fitness is considered excellent among his peers. Before the increase. Compared to normal adults without exercise, the strength is more than 4 times that. The other 3 attributes are also about 3 times higher. So, even if Su Liang did not obtain a hidden profession, it is also easy for beginners to pass the ordinary difficulty trial of this attribute. Adding 10 times the attributes of a God Slayer now is even more exaggerated. It's enough to be comparable to a level 20 or 30 professional. Close the panel with satisfaction. Su Liang is very satisfied with this theft. This wave make a fortune. Occupation grants authority not only to oneself as a God Slayer. Other professions can also be given to others. Just 8.88 million ordinary professions can be given freely, allowing people to choose their desired profession. It's enough to make many people flock to it. Not to mention, there are also valuable rare, epic, and legendary hidden professions. However, after all, this is the exclusive authority that guides angels. Use with great caution. Once discovered by someone with a heart, it will definitely cause huge trouble. Unfortunately, the guidance temple can only be accessed once. Otherwise, guide angels to have tens of thousands of clones. Enough for him to steal for a while. Su Liang couldn't help but feel a bit regretful. Take a long breath to calm your emotions. He just looked at the environment of the beginner's trial dungeon. At first glance, there was a cold and lifeless silence, impenetrable by light, and a dense and dark forest, accompanied by gusts of gloomy wind blowing in the face. Copy name: Dark Forest, Dungeon Difficulty. Nightmare, Restriction Level. LV1, Limited Number of People. 1 Person Dungeon Introduction. The gloomy and terrifying forest is hidden from the sky all year round, and the greedy and despicable goblins occupy it. Su Liang pulled up a calm smile. Nightmare difficulty is extremely challenging for him, who originally switched to the epic profession Phantom Assassin. However, for him, who now possesses the mythological profession of a god slayer, don't be too relaxed. Subsequently, take out the newbie dagger gifted by the system and stride towards the dense forest. Not long ago 10 goblins with ugly faces, short stature, red eyes and sharp ears appeared in Su Liang's eyes. With the exploration technique thrown out, the monsters panel appeared before Su Liang's eyes. Monster. Goblin Warrior Grade. Normal, Level. LV5, Skill. Heavy Strike, Note. Greedy and despicable goblins have weak combat abilities, but they will make up for their shortcomings with quantity. As a beginner's trial instance, the difficulty is undoubtedly extremely low. But as soon as you come in, you'll be a level 5 monster. Still gather together instead of wandering around separately. The difficulty has increased again. It's truly a nightmare difficulty. However, it would be perfect for my first practical training. Su Liang grinned and muttered to himself with a faint smile. Randomly select the center position, a lucky goblin. Step out. Activate skills. Instantaneous body sting. Spatial fluctuations occur. Su Liang's figure flashed. In an instant. Arrived behind this goblin. When all goblins haven't reacted yet. The cold light on the dagger in Su Liang's hand flowed, and with lightning speed, he fiercely stabbed the back of goblin in front of him. Shoo! There is no stagnation, like cutting tofu with a small knife. A dagger with a cold light pierced into goblin's body in an instant. Fresh blood fried pump. This goblin warrior didn't even have time to scream, his eyes widened, and the blood bar on his head cleared. Ding! You killed the goblin warrior and gained 20 experience points. Flash sale. Under Su Liang's extremely high attribute and skill growth. A level 5 monster, kill with 1 swift strike. The next moment. The goblin warrior's short body collapsed weakly forward. Until death. It didn't even see who killed it. Death without closing one's eyes. Hashtag at %% dot. Devil. $hashtag at %. Dot. It's a human demon. Eliminate it. The surrounding goblins couldn't help but exclaim in surprise when they saw the situation, emitting piercing screams in goblin language. Continuing. Quickly surround Su Liang and launch an attack. Shwa shwa shwa. These goblins swung their big wooden sticks with a piercing sound, roaring and smashing them down. Although, with Su Liang's physical attributes, these attacks do not pose a threat. But, after digitization, professionals still retain 5% of their pain. Nature cannot be rigidly connected like playing games. Su Liang's face remained unchanged, but his body twisted. Easily dodged the wooden sticks that goblin swung fiercely. At the same time, the dagger in his hand was also waved proficiently, continuing to thrust towards a goblin beside him. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 4. Experience boosts. Elite Monster. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Death. Su Liang sneered. Puzzy. A dagger pierced Goblin's throat and he swiftly killed him with his backhand. Then, Su Liang's figure quickly shuttled between goblins. Relying on terrifying attributes. A merciless massacre began. Every time he swung the dagger in his hand, it would end the life of a goblin. Flash sale. It's all a one-shot flash sale. And Goblin's attack was seen by Su Liang, who had 170 agility points. Seems incredibly slow. Plus, Su Liang has been practicing seductive walking for 2.5 years. Even if they are numerous, but they cannot even touch Su Liang. Ding! You killed the Goblin warrior and gained 20 experience points. Ding! You killed the Goblin warrior and gained 20 experience points. Ding! You killed the Goblin warrior. With Goblin's constant death. The kill prompt swiped the screen, and Su Liang's experience bar skyrocketed. In 5 seconds shoo. A dagger flashing with a cold light cut through Goblin's neck, and a splash of crimson blood splattered up. Su Liang took the life of the last goblin. Announcing the end of this unilateral killing. At the same time, an upgraded white light falls. The rich experience of surpassing monsters, with only 10 goblins, directly upgraded Su Liang. Ding! Your level has been raised to level 2, with all attributes plus 10 and free attribute points plus 30. The growth attribute value of the Godslayer is 10 times that of a regular profession. Level 1 is comparable to level 10. And then on. 1, 2, 3. The gap in growth attributes between professions will continue to widen. Add 10 times the attribute bonus at that time, the attributes he gains at each level will reach an extremely terrifying value. Great! Su Liang's mouth curved into a smile. Without hesitation, add all 30 free attributes to agility. Agility is the main attribute of assassins. In addition to increasing attack and movement speed, there is also an additional attack bonus for assassins. Its increased attack speed can also help Su Liang trigger the passive theft effect of his talent more frequently. Add points to complete. Agility attribute directly surpasses 570 points. Subsequently, after cleaning up the spoils of war. Keep moving towards the dense forest. I cleared a few waves of goblins again, and my experience improved rapidly. Su Liang has successfully reached level 3. During the skillful and empty passivity, as well as the hand-in-hand gesture, have also been triggered about 10 times. But all the stolen materials were useless. Continue to advance the dungeon. Not long. A dazzling firelight appeared in Su Liang's eyes. Especially prominent in the dark dense forest. Looking from afar. A small goblin tribe caught the eye. There are about 40 to 50 goblins there. In addition to the goblin warriors that Su Liang had seen before, there were also over a dozen goblin spear throwers carrying wooden spears and belonging to long-range units. Beside the campfire in the center a huge goblin, standing at a height of over 2.3 meters, with a sturdy and massive physique, is particularly prominent as it holds an iron wolf-toothed stick. It looks extremely oppressive. Form a strong contrast with the thin and short goblin beside you. Elite monster. Su Liang raised his eyebrows and threw out a probing technique. Monster. Big Brother Brin, grade. Elite, level. LV5, skills. Savage Strike, Battle Roar introduction. The wild and strong big goblin possesses formidable strength and life. I don't know. Can elite monsters withstand my attack once? Su Liang couldn't help but mutter. Elite monsters not only possess group skills. The attributes are also more powerful, especially in terms of health. Next second. Su Liang is like an arrow departing from a string. Charge straight towards the goblins. Without any hesitation. There is no assassin at all, with a cautious appearance. High agility bonus, unleashing terrifying speed. Click, click, Su Liang rushed rapidly through the dense forest, causing a strong wind to pick up fallen leaves on the ground and stomping on them, causing the branches on the ground to make a clattering sound. Such a big commotion naturally attracted the attention of all goblins in the small tribe ahead. Goblin couldn't help but be taken aback obviously. They haven't seen it either. In the Assassin's exclusive trial dungeon belonging to Old Enbai, there will be humans who come directly from the jungle. On the last side. Seeing this human assassin charging towards him like a provocation without hiding his figure at all, Big Brother Bryn became furious. This arrogant posture of human professionals is undoubtedly its shame. Roar. With a fierce roar from Big Goblin. Battle roar. The Goblin warrior immediately bared his teeth and killed Su Liang. With the support of group buff, their speed is about 20% faster than normal. Immediately, we started a 2-way trip with Su Liang. At the same time. 2 consecutive shots. 2 consecutive shots. 2 consecutive shots. 2 consecutive shots. More than 10 goblin spear throwers activated their skills and continuously threw spears behind them. Shoo. 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 In an instant. The wooden spears filled the sky with the sound of breaking through the air and quickly shot towards Su Liang. Densely packed like raindrops. If this is hit, it may be directly punctured into a sieve. Su Liang was running without any panic. Right now. Waiting for the goblin warrior at the forefront to enter his skill range, Su Liang raised his lips slightly and a cold light flashed through his dagger. Instantaneous body sting. Space ripples. Boom boom boom. At the moment when Su Liang's figure disappeared, dozens of wooden spears fell into the air and plunged deeply into the ground. At the same time. It also caused the goblin warriors in charge to lose their target for a while. Can't help but stop in confusion. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 5. Thief Trigger, Hand in Hand. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Suddenly, Su Liang's figure appeared out of thin air in front of these goblin warriors. Pushi. A faint and imperceptible blade flashed rapidly. Boom. Bloody mist explodes. The goblin warrior ahead died instantly. Su Liang's skills are now being killed and refreshed. Looking at the younger brother who was killed in a flash, Big Brother Bryn looked at Su Liang with disbelief in his eyes. Coincidentally, it met Su Liang's cold gaze towards him. After using goblin warriors as springboards. The eldest brother Bolin from the last side has already entered the skill range of Su Liangshuan's body piercing. Shua. Seeing Su Liang disappear again. Suddenly. A strong sense of unease rose from Big Goblin's heart. And now. A figure has silently appeared behind it. Hush. The dagger in Su Liang's hand, shining with a faint light, suddenly thrust out and hissed through the wind. Big Brother Bryn instinctively wanted to dodge when he heard the sound coming from behind. But it's already too late. Hurry up. Too fast. Bang. A dull sound of blows was heard, and the dagger pierced through the head of this big goblin, spewing out blood. Big Brother Bryn's thick health bar on top of his head blinks and clears. As expected. Under the terrifying tenfold attribute of Su Liang, even Big Brother Bryn couldn't escape the result of being instantly killed by Su Liang. Bang! The massive body fell, causing the ground to tremble slightly. Dust is flying. Until death. It didn't even understand why this novice human demon could be so fast. The output is even more terrifying than their chieftains. Ding! You killed Big Goblin, Elite, and gained 200 experience points. After the level is increased, Su Liang's experience of surpassing the level to kill monsters decreases. The 200 points of experience provided by Big Goblin are equivalent to more than 10 ordinary goblins. Besides that, there is another reminder. Ding! Congratulations to the player for triggering the passive, hands empty and stealing the cross sword, bronze. Thief triggered, it's still bronze equipment. Su Liang's face showed a joyful expression. Turn your gaze to your backpack. Equipment levels are divided into whiteboard, black iron, bronze, silver, gold, dark gold, epic, legend, myth, and origin. There are a total of 10 grades. Killing elite monsters like Big Goblin usually only drops black iron equipment. Obtaining additional bronze equipment can be a great surprise. However, when Su Liang saw the imposing knight sword lying in his backpack, his mouth couldn't help but twitch. Cross sword, bronze, level 1, attribute. Strength plus 15, constitution plus 7, requirement. 25-point physical fitness. Are you a notorious cunning and cruel big brother named Bryn, who goes out without a dagger and sneaks, carrying a knight's sword? Su Liang helplessly roast. I just wanted to throw the big sword into my backpack and go back to reality to sell it. Suddenly, a thought came to mind. Assassin profession uses daggers because they have a dagger proficiency bonus. Other weapons still have equipment requirements. But its divine killing power bonus has no weapon requirements. As for the 25 physical fitness points required for equipment, it is generally difficult for non-warrior or knight professions to achieve. However, Su Liang looked at his physical condition, which was as high as 350 points, and fell into contemplation. He is a level 3 assassin with 350 physical stamina, isn't it too much to wield a knight's sword? Think of it here. Glancing at the goblin warriors and wooden spears approaching from around, Su Liang directly equipped the storm sword, increasing his attack and strength. Next second. Instantaneous body sting. As he dodged the wooden spear, he approached the goblin warrior. The storm sword in hand swept and swung out in full swing. Shwa! I saw a silver stream of light flashing by at an extremely fast speed, invisible to the naked eye, with the sound of tearing wind. Moment the sword blade cut across the necks of 4 or 5 goblin warriors. All flash sails. Great! Su Liang grinned at the corner of his mouth. When the output is sufficient for a flash kill, the range of the big sword attack is large, and the speed of clearing monsters is much faster than that of a dagger. Relying on the instant stab to quickly approach, wielding a large sword for a sweeping attack. Every time I swing my sword, I can take away several goblins. Ah! 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 For a moment, goblin screams echoed through the dense forest. But the sound did not last long, and the dark forest fell silent again, returning to a dead silence. As if nothing had happened. Just there are dozens of fresh goblin corpses on the ground. These experiences of goblins have also reached a critical point in Su Liang's experience bar. Just kill 2 more goblins to upgrade. However, what we need to do now is touch the corpse. Su Liang chuckled and rudely extended his hand to Big Brother Bryn, feeling for a while. Ding. You have obtained X3 coins. Ding. You have obtained Big Goblin's sharp teeth X2. Ding. You have obtained equipment. Dark Guardian X1. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 6. Life doesn't have that much time to sneak around. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Dark Guard, Bronze, Level 5, Attribute. Constitution plus 15, Strength plus 8, Requirement. 20 points of strength. Another piece of bronze equipment. Su Liang raised his eyebrows slightly. Good luck. Although it is not an assassin's leather armor, it is a heavy armor for warriors. But its attributes are considered a small delicacy, worth thousands without a problem. Also, his strength attribute is sufficient, and even level 5 can be worn as transitional equipment. Put it into the backpack first, and Su Liang also touched the other corpses. Soon after the battlefield was cleared, Su Liang went deep again. Next, no monster appeared. After walking for almost 10 minutes, a gust of wind, enveloped in a strong stench, rushed towards me. A building resembling a jungle village appeared. Wooden walls, watchtowers, goblin patrol guards led by elite monsters. The tribe is lined with thatched, wooden, and stone houses. It's like an orderly large goblin tribe. Finally, it's time for the boss. Su Liang's face couldn't help but show a serious expression. After all, this is the final boss level of nightmare difficulty. The strategy for dungeons comes to mind. The Assassin Beginner Trial Dungeon has a mechanism where professionals are detected by patrol guards or groups of scouts on the watchtower. They will sound the battle horn. At that time, professionals will face challenges, including the ultimate boss. All the Siege of Goblin. Normal difficulty, there are 500 regular goblins and 10 elite goblins in the tribe. Difficulty level, there are 1,000 ordinary goblins and 30 elite goblins in the tribe. Nightmare difficulty, with an exaggerated 2,000 regular goblins and 200 elite goblins within the tribe. Faced with such a terrifying number of besiegings, the vulnerable body of the early assassins had almost no chance of passing. So, the final level of Assassin Trial Dungeon requires assassin professionals to sneak to Goblin's headquarters and assassinate Goblin Chieftain. On this road, we need to avoid many traps and wait until Chief Goblin enters the main camp alone. Lucky for a few minutes, unlucky for even waiting for hours. How troublesome. Su Liang rubbed his brow and let out a sigh. No matter what, there is not so much time in life to sneak around and assassinate. As long as you kill all the witnesses, it is the most perfect assassination. What is the use of stealth? Trembling with fear. If accidentally discovered, don't you still have to face all the monsters? Just fuck him. Besides so much experience, Su Liang cannot let go. Leaving the novice dungeon of assassin, I want to find such a dense monster spawning area. It's not that simple anymore. Su Liang carried a big sword and walked gracefully towards the goblin tribe. He wants to kill this tribe with thousands of goblins. Such a blatant behavior was immediately discovered by the goblin scout on the watchtower. Woo! 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 Suddenly, the howling horn sounded through the dense forest. Su Liang didn't take it seriously. When he comes to the front of the tribe, hundreds of goblins have already gathered. There are many elite monsters. Big Goblin, Goblin Warrior, Goblin 10th Commander, Goblin Mage, Chainhammer Goblin, Goblin Priest, @ $. Attack. The next moment. Shoo, 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 shoo. 2 consecutive shots. Fireball technique. Ice cone technique. Lightning arrow. Chain hammer throw. Goblins' various skills poured out. Spears, flames, ice cones, lightning, chain hammer's skills are everywhere. The number is extremely terrible, falling towards his position like a rainstorm. Su Liang took a deep breath and stepped on it. Boom. The body is like an arrow departing from the string, bursting out with force. Fast enough to drag out remnants from behind, effortlessly traversing the sky of attacks. 200 meters. 100 meters. 50 meters. Just 50 meters away from them, Su Liang mysteriously disappeared. The first one. In the air, Su Liang's cold voice came. Just finished speaking. Shwa. With a stream of light, the big sword accurately sliced through the throat of a goblin. Puzzy. Undoubtedly a flash sale. A group of goblins were just about to attack, but Su Liang was missing again. Faced with such a terrifying number of goblins besieging, it is naturally impossible to evade attacks with ease like killing monsters before, relying on body movements. Instantaneous body sting. Instantaneous body sting. Instantaneous body sting. The instant body sting. Su Liang relies on the skill of instant body piercing to refresh the mechanism, constantly shifting and killing goblin while avoiding attacks. The second one. The third one. Su Liang's voice was like the whisper of a god of death, announcing the death of goblin. Every word falls. Will instantly kill one or several goblins, even elite goblins cannot be spared. With Su Liang's attributes, killing these goblins, it's not an exaggeration to say it's chopping melons and vegetables. However, it seems that under some command, countless goblins continue to emerge from the tribe one after another. The speed of gathering is not slower than the speed of Su Liang's killing. Even faster. In no time, Su Liang looked around and saw that everything was already lush green. Crazy towards him. But unfortunately, Su Liang is like a ghost, appearing and disappearing, and no goblin's attack can touch him. No matter how much quantity there is, it will be of no use. This discovery caused Goblin to panic and become chaotic. Until a deafening roar rang out. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 7. The Ultimate Boss of Impotence and Fury. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Roar. With this dull roar, the once chaotic and timid goblin suddenly became orderly. Morale is soaring. See what's happening. Su Liang couldn't help but look up and followed the sound. 20 elite goblins holding iron swords and shields, dressed in simple iron battle armor, caught the eye. In the middle of them there is also a huge figure wearing heavy armor, holding a battle axe, with an ugly and fierce face, roaring loudly. No need to say. Having this kind of arrangement naturally makes you the chieftain of this goblin tribe. Although Chief Goblin is not as tall as Big Goblin. But Big Goblin has a plump body, while Chief Goblin is burly, with bulging muscles under the armor, full of explosive power. The sense of oppression is even greater than that of Big Goblin. Monster. Chief Goblin, Grade. Bronze Boss, Level. LV7, Skills. Giant Axe Sweeping, Heavy Treading in War, Brute Rush, Durable Aura, Ground Splitting. Introduction. Chief Goblin has absolute ruling power, terrifying power, and no less than human intelligence. A bronze boss at level 7 is 3 levels higher than the one who has just reached level 4. Glancing at the goblin chieftain charging towards him with the goblin guards, Su Liang withdrew his gaze, his face unchanged. There is no pause in the movement, continue to use the instant stab to kill ordinary goblins. Even though, what about the appearance of the final boss, Chief Goblin? Without a super large range of group attack skills, no matter how high the boss is, don't expect to encounter him until he kills these ordinary and elite goblins. Schwa. 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 Su Liang's hands rise and fall, like the reaper reaping the life of goblin. A flash of the cross sword. Shu. 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 Goblins' heads flew up one by one, splattering with blood. Even if Chief Goblin's durable aura can greatly enhance the physical fitness of surrounding units, they cannot escape the fate of being instantly killed. Roar. Watching Goblin constantly fall in front of him, Chief Goblin was horrified and let out angry roars. Unfortunately just incompetent and furious. It can't even touch Su Liang, as long as it gets close to Su Liang and prepares to unleash its group attack skills. Su Liang will instantly reach Goblin 50 yards away. And the group attack skill of the early boss, Chief Goblin, has a range of only 30.40 yards helpless. As time passed, patches of goblins collapsed. Faced with Su Liang's unilateral slaughter, the ordinary goblin's resistance will gradually disintegrate. Panic. Fear. Despair. Various extreme negative emotions are spreading among goblins. Under the shadow of death, the goblin tribe is in chaos. There are many goblins. As they flee around, killing undoubtedly increases the difficulty. Su Liang has one sword per person. Destroy and destroy. Kill. 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 Cut and kill all the way from the entrance of the tribe to the main camp, and then from the main camp to the entrance of the tribe. Goblin's mournful screams of, "Ah, ah, ah," were incessant in his ears. Chopped back and forth a few times. Finally. Kill all ordinary and elite goblins, including the 7th level goblin guards. Take all the experience into your pocket. However, the difficulty of upgrading was already extremely high. Su Liang was able to quickly advance to level 4 because he exceeded his level to kill monsters. Now, as his level increased, the experience of killing goblins sharply decreased. Even if adding 20 level 7 elite monsters from the SS only allowed him to advance by 2 levels. The level has reached level 6. Regarding this, Su Liang was not surprised. Looking at the enraged Chief Goblin, the so-called stealth is to be silent. Glancing at the scattered remains of goblin on the ground, Su Liang nodded in satisfaction. There's no sound left. Next. Just kill Chief Goblin and he will meet the conditions for a perfect assassination. The dungeon rating should not be low. Perfect. Ah. Damn human. I'm going to tear you apart. Watching his little brother being slaughtered little by little, Chief Goblin's anger reached its peak, his face dull, his eyes red, and his mouth speechless, interrupting Su Liang's thoughts. Chief Goblin stomped heavily on the ground, like a raging bull, with an unstoppable momentum, fiercely charging towards Su Liang. Wild crash. Su Liang looked at Chief Goblin charging with his axe and didn't say much, his face serious. I dare not be careless in the face of the final boss. After all, the final boss of nightmare difficulty, he is not sure of his strength. Shanin. This is still the first time that Su Liang, who likes to wear clothes recklessly, has used his invisibility skill. It takes a few seconds to gradually become invisible like a regular stealth, and the body quickly fades away. At the same time, quickly take a few consecutive steps to the right, avoiding the wild and aggressive impact like a bull. War is trampling again. At the moment when Chief Goblin's collision ended, he did not stay in place. Boom. With wisdom, it knew that Su Liang could no longer use other goblins for displacement and evasion, and decisively launched the range group attack skill. Step on your feet immediately and the ground trembles violently. Layer upon layer of cracking. A white shock wave exploded with a loud roar. Right now. Shwa. On its back, the hidden Su Liang had already jumped high, dodging the shock wave. At the same time, the silver-white sword shone brightly, cutting down like lightning from top to bottom. Tear it off. On the sturdy body of Chief Goblin, a terrifying and bone-deep scar appeared, and blood gushed out like a spring. Roar. How could it be? Chief Goblin let out a mournful scream, his green eyes wide open, with a strong expression of disbelief. The massive and robust body simultaneously lost its support and collapsed with a loud roar. Death without closing one's eyes. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 8. Hide Boss. Thief Talent. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding. You killed Chief Goblin, Bronze Boss, and gained 10,000 experience points. I'll wipe it. Is it spicy? Just one boss doesn't have any spiciness. Su Liang couldn't help but stand still, glanced at the big sword in his hand, and then at the corpse on the ground, with a hint of surprise on his face. Is that all? Is this the final boss? How fierce did he think he was? Even without using the instantaneous body stab, he quickly killed it with just a 1000% increase in damage from the hit after breaking the hidden danger. Ah, why are you so weak? Su Liang lifted his foot and kicked the body of Chief Goblin, who was kicking the ground, with a faint sigh, feeling tasteless. Weak. Too weak. Meanwhile, he also felt a bit distressed. Sometimes attacking too high is not a good thing. Choosing an assassin oneself is for the sake of ultra-high attack speed. Now, the assassin's extremely high attack speed cannot be unleashed, and any monster can be instantly killed with just one strike, causing the clever hands to be empty-handed and unable to steal too much. Cleaned up the battlefield. Su Liang did not clean everything. There are too many ordinary goblins. He only touched the corpses of elite monsters and goblin chiefs. Soon, there are a lot of black iron and bronze equipment in the backpack, as well as a piece of silver equipment. Wild heavy armor, silver, level 7, attribute. Health plus 400, constitution plus 25, strength plus 17, requirement. 80 physical fitness points. Su Liang's face turned black. The bronze boss has only a 1% chance to unleash silver equipment, and the armor's attributes are also top-notch. Luck is bursting. But why is it heavy armor again? Hey! Su Liang felt disgusted while equipping him. Ding! You have slaughtered too many goblins, and the angry young goblin king is about to descend. Just as Su Liang was preparing to settle, a bright red prompt suddenly appeared. Hide the boss. The trigger condition turned out to be killing all goblins. No wonder there were no assassins triggered. After all, other assassins are all covert assassins, rather than openly assassinating like Su Liang. Su Liang couldn't conceal his excitement. He said, swollen. Isn't this just for delivering equipment and experience? However, right now, a black shadow emerged from the shadow and rushed towards him. The speed of the black shadow is extremely fast. Su Liang was momentarily unprepared and did not dodge. Puff. Accompanied by the black shadow, a tremendous force came and Su Liang's body took a few steps back. At the same time, the blood bar on the top of the head has decreased slightly, which is not detectable. Su Liang rubbed his slightly sore shoulder and took a closer look. In front of him was a little goblin holding a long sword with an angry and ferocious face. Monster. Young King Goblin, grade. Gold Boss, level. LV10, skills. Bloodthirsty, Fury, Wind Slash, Shadow Step, Shadow Chain / talent. Shadow Walker. Introduction. The son of the most talented dragon-slaying sword saint of the Goblin clan, who was born with a shadow talent bestowed upon him by the shadow demon god, is a born Goblin king. At this moment, the young king is in a state of rage. Shadow Walker, S.level. As the darling of shadows, the power of shadow skills doubles. Attack speed plus 100%, movement speed plus 100%, doubling attribute bonus while in shadow. A special monster with talent, and this S.level talent perfectly matches him. It seems that talent can also be stolen. Looking at the young Goblin King panel, Su Liang's eyes lit up. As for the boss grade, it has skyrocketed from bronze to gold. Judging from the sneak attack just now, it can only cause forced damage to him. It's not a big deal. On the contrary, the health bonus brought by the golden boss level can make him fight a few more times. I want this S.level talent. Even if not, I still want to collect more wool. The son of Goblin Dragon slaying Sword Saint, there should be plenty of good things. Su Liang made a decision in his heart. At #.%UN. Damn human demon, killed you. The young king was filled with anger. The next second, he stepped on the shadow step and quickly killed again. A talented shadow walker with skill bonuses. In an instant. He rushed up to Su Liang and stabbed with a sword. Unfortunately it's fast. Su Liang is faster than it. Shwa. As the sword approached, Su Liang's figure swayed to the right, leaving only a remnant in place. How could this speed be possible? King Goblin's sword pierced into the air, and his eyes flashed with terror. Shwa. At this moment, Su Liang, standing beside it, swung his sword without hesitation. Chang. The cross sword landed on the heavy armor of King Goblin, and a sound of gold and iron clashed. Because he was afraid of killing the boss in a flash, he did not choose to use the instant body stab and divine hidden. Just a simple and unadorned swing of a sword. The health of the golden boss has significantly increased, and with this strike, the health bar has decreased by less than 1/10. He, truly a golden boss. With this health, you can resist beating. Su Liang chuckled. Although this strike did not steal any items, it made him feel at ease. It won't take a second. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 9. Don't bully Goblin like this. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Ow. The enraged King Goblin felt pain and swept out with a backhand sword. Su Liang dodged again and took a back step to dodge the attack. Shwa. Shwa. The cross sword swung continuously and cut through two beautiful arcs in the air. All of this. It's all just between lightning and fire. King Goblin has the talent of Shadow Walker, but Su Liang, who has increased agility, still has a significant difference in attack speed compared to 10 times his attributes. It just stabbed a sword. Su Liang used an extremely high attack speed to repeatedly use his two swords in vain. Shwa. 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 Chang. 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 The whistling sound that pierced through the air and the sound of metal and iron clashing incessantly. Su Liang has always been on a par with A, while King Goblin's skills are interspersed with regular attacks. In addition to the shadow slash of range attack, it dealt 6 mandatory damage. Everything else was dodged by Su Liang with his coquettish movements. Finally, the remaining health of King Goblin is less than 1/10. A beautiful voice rang in Su Liang's ear. Ding! Congratulations to the player for triggering the passive, hands empty and stealing that skill. Shadow slash dot. Talent triggered. Unfortunately, what was stolen was not talent, but rather skills. Su Liang was not too surprised. To steal talent, it all depends on luck. He doesn't think he can steal at once. Shanin. In an instant. Su Liang's figure quickly faded away from the view of King Goblin. As long as the boss leaves the battle for a period of time, his health will quickly recover. So. Su Liang did not kill it. The young King Goblin, who doesn't have high intelligence and always feels like he's lost something, stands angry and bewildered in the same place. Not far away. Invisible Su Liang looked at his backpack and couldn't help but frown. He didn't see the skill book he had stolen. With a movement in my heart, I looked towards the skill bar. As expected. A new skill icon has been added. Shadow slash. Transform into a shadow and perform 5 rapid attacks around a single target, dealing 100% damage. After completion, it will deal 100% damage to targets within a 30-yard range. Consume 50 MP, cool down for 60 seconds. Automatic learning. It's not just a skill book. Haha. Su Liang was momentarily taken aback, and then became ecstatic. This is not because of acquiring a small-scale group attack skill, but because Shadow Slash is a warrior skill that assassins cannot learn. But now, it appears on one's own skill bar. Isn't it just that not only can you steal skills from other professions, but you can also use them? This discovery made Su Liang feel very happy. A culmination of skills with assassins, mages, warriors, knights, priests, and archers. Just thinking about it is outrageous. Jia. Looking at the rapidly recovering King Goblin's health, Su Liang couldn't help but let out antagonistic laughter. Wait until the boss's health reaches full. Proactively remove invisibility. Bloodthirsty. Fury. Fast Wind Slash. Shadow Step. Seeing Su Liang appear, the anger of King Goblin did not disappear. With a bloodthirsty and violent aura, he rushed towards him. The skills poured out crazily. Shwa. 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 Su Liang did not fight back and chose to dodge and block with a large sword. Wait for 3 seconds, the debunking buff of Divine Hidden disappears. Su Liang moved, with a thunderous momentum, and made a loud move. Boom boom boom. The general attack fell like a rainstorm without releasing skills. King Goblin disappeared again after losing his remaining blood. So back and forth. Every time the boss has residual health, Su Liang Shanin escapes. This made King Goblin both surprised, angry, and puzzled. Ding! Congratulations to the player for triggering the passive, Hands Empty and stealing the Dragon Teeth X1. Ding! Congratulations to the player for triggering the passive, Hands Empty and Hand in Hand with Sheep to steal and obtain Gold Coin X80. Ding! Congratulations to the player for triggering the passive, Hands Empty and stealing the Destroyer Leg Armor, Gold. The number of stolen items is increasing gradually. Even if King Goblin is not very smart at a young age, he has found something wrong. It even had its pants peeled off by Su Liang. 1 hour later, Su Liang is planning to give up. Ding! Congratulations to the player for triggering the passive, Hands Empty and stealing the talent Shadow Walker. The Shadow Walker talent of King Goblin has disappeared. Its movement and attack speed suddenly slowed down. King Goblin was numb, and his gaze at Su Liang changed from anger to extreme fear. I almost didn't cry. This human just won't kill it. Steal hard. The more you fight, the fewer things you have on your body. Now, my TM talent is also gone. Don't bring anyone who bullies Goblin like this. Goblin collapsed. I finally got it. Su Liang was overjoyed. Instantaneous body sting. Directly release the skill, a momentary move, wielding a sword and falling. Ding! You killed the young King Goblin, Golden Boss, and gained 150,000 experience points. Ding! Your level has been raised to level 8, with all attributes plus 10 and free attribute points plus 30. It's over. In the eyes of the young King Goblin, Su Liang saw a glimmer of relief. A hint of guilt flashed in his eyes. Mourning for 1 second. Then, I started touching the corpse Qingming outing in happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 10. SSS Rating. Resurrection Ring. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. After a moment, Su Liang had an additional ring in his hand with a shadow circulating. Shadow Ring, Gold, Level 10, Attribute. Agility plus 45, Strength plus 35, Skill. Shadow Mist, Requirement. 150 agility points shadow mist. Release a shadow mist that significantly reduces the visibility of surrounding hostile targets. King Goblin only revealed one piece of equipment. But definitely not at a loss. Among all the equipment, jewelry equipment is the rarest, lowest explosive rate, and most expensive. Shadow Mist can also work in conjunction with Shadow Walker. Being in the shadow, the movement speed and attack speed bonuses of the talent have been increased to 200%. Besides, just now, Su Liang took off the destroyer's leg armor and shadow helmet from King Goblin. Both are gold equipment. Not a lot. Finally, he also stole a treasure from King Goblin. Flame Dragon Teeth, Material, Quality. Legend Effect. The indestructible fangs of the Flame Dragon Nordal are used to forge the main material of weapons, providing high attributes and attaching a large amount of flame damage. Once a giant dragon reaches adulthood, it becomes a legendary level. It's very obvious. This is a legendary material scraped off a giant dragon. Besides the talent of Shadow Walker, the most valuable item. It should be left by the Goblin Sword Saint who slaughtered the dragon. This thing can kill King Goblin normally, it definitely won't drop. I can only say the talent of skillful hands and empty hands is really terrifying. Besides, it is worth mentioning. After Su Liang obtained the talent of Shadow Walker, his shadow skill was enhanced. The skill range of the last strike of the shadow/skill has increased from 30 yards to 100 yards. From Su Liang's size to boss's size. He truly deserves to be the son of the Goblin Sword Saint, he is really fat. Su Liang grinned heartily. Inventory: The Harvest. Settlement. Assassin Beginner Trial Dungeon Settlement in progress. Copy rating. SSS level. Ding. Congratulations on receiving the reward. Free attribute plus 50. Ding. Congratulations on receiving the reward. Gold coins x 10,000. Ding. Congratulations on being the first recipient of the SSS level rating for the Assassin Beginner Trial, and receiving an additional reward. Unlevel Epic Equipment Chest x1. The higher the dungeon score, the higher the reward for free attribute points. But each instance can only be obtained once. Also, the first professional to complete the SSS level rating of the dungeon can also receive additional rewards. Ding. Do you want to activate the Unlevel Epic Equipment Chest? The treasure chest is also divided into 9 levels, corresponding to the 9 levels of equipment. A treasure chest appeared before me out of thin air. Open. Su Liang did not hesitate. In an instant, a dazzling purple light shot out from inside the treasure chest. Wait until the purple light dissipates. A sapphire ring appeared inside the treasure chest, looking very gorgeous. Ding. Congratulations to the professional on opening the epic equipment chest and obtaining the equipment. Resurrection Ring, Epic, dot. Resurrection Ring, Epic, Level. No level limit, Attribute. All attributes plus 100, Strength plus 20%, Constitution plus 20%, Skill. Resurrection. After the player dies, they will be resurrected in their original state and all skills will be refreshed. Cooling. 48 hours. Sleeping Trough. Excellent. Too excellent. Su Liang widened his eyes and was stunned at the time. This is a level-less accessory. No level is a special equipment, its attributes will be weaker than higher level equipment, but the price is only high and not low. Because, it has no level limit. No attribute requirement restrictions. Newly data-driven humans can wear it, achieving the ability to easily crush humans and monsters of the same level. This is enough to make major aristocratic families flock to it. In addition, the number of level-less equipment is very rare, and can only be obtained in specific treasure chests. Even if The era of nationwide digitization has arrived for 100 years. Non-level equipment is also a rare existence. As far as Su Liang knows. A while ago, it was just an ordinary dark gold level non-level armor. It was sold for tens of millions of gold coins at the auction house. Not to mention the resurrection ring also comes with the amazing skill of resurrection. You know. In the era of digitization, this is not like games, which have unlimited resurrection times. Life only comes once. Dead is truly dead. The combination of epic quality, unlimited levels, rare accessories, and resurrection skills. The value of this epic resurrection ring, it goes without saying. Of course. This life-saving thing, Su Liang, cannot be sold or exposed. Pifu is innocent, he harbors a guilty conscience. Exit the replica. Su Liang's figure gradually disappeared into the dungeon. Just returned to the classroom. In my ear, I immediately heard the clamor of discussions from my classmates. Excited yet intense. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th.